Hi everyone, Sandra Vail here at Homesteading Ways, and welcome to the 6th week of our Simple Supper series. And tonight we're making a really good but easy shepherd's pie. To get started, I am going to be frying up here, crumbling, browning, whatever you want to call it, about a half a pound of ground beef. Now, I'm making just 4 servings, but if you want to make more, this recipe can very easily be doubled or even tripled. I'm just going to break this up a little bit, turn the heat down a little bit here, and just get it started browning. Now, if you've had shepherd's pie before, which it's awesome, you would know that on the top of it, you put mashed potatoes. Now, it's up to you if you want to do fresh mashed potatoes, potatoes you boiled yourself, or if you want to cut out some time and use instant. For a smaller casserole dish like I'm going to be using, which I think is a 9 by 9, I boiled up what I hope to be is about 2 to 3 cups of mashed potatoes. Just depends on how much you like them, how thick you want it. So I cut up, I'd say 4 about medium-sized potatoes. So that's what you'll need about for the top of yours. Now, if you want to do 8 servings, let's say putting in a 9 by 13, then I would say do 6 or 7 potatoes. Or about 4 cups at least of instant. I don't use instant potatoes a lot. Paul really likes them, but I prefer the fresh, so it's kind of hard to gauge it. But I'm sure it says somewhere on the box. Okay, this is about halfway done. So I am going to add my potatoes. I mean my onions. And we're just going to let those cook up a little bit with the rest of the ground beef until the beef is, completely brown. And if your potatoes are already done, or if you're boiling them now, you want to get those ready, because this does not take a long time to get together. And maybe you could start preheating your oven right now to about 375. Okay, that's looking pretty good. I'm turning this down a bit. And I'm going to add some pepper. And then just a little bit of marjoram. I think that's how you pronounce it. That's what I call it. To me, it's like almost like a real bland, well, I shouldn't say bland, but not as intensely flavored oregano. If you don't have any or you don't like it, go ahead and leave it out of there. Or put whatever you like in there. Shepherd's pie, to me, is not a really spicy, or overly spiced dish. Just mix that around a little bit. And then I'm taking frozen vegetables. Now this is, I think, well, at least here they kind of call it a Wisconsin blend, but I'm sure you can get it anywhere. It's peas, corn, and carrots. Oh, and green beans. I'm going to mix, I'm not really measuring it, but I want to say 1 to 2 cups in there. It's frozen, and that's okay. So you're just going to mix that around with the beef. There. And then we're going to go ahead and shut off this heat. So we're going to add our soup. And I am using golden mushroom. I really like golden mushroom for a lot of different recipes. It makes a fabulous gravy, I feel. You want everything covered. Now remember, if you're making more than the 4 servings here, which this is kind of, I think, a little more than 4, but Paul's a big eater, go ahead and use more soup as well. And I'm going to get out a little bit that's left in here. Waste not, want not, right? And get that in there. And I'll continue to mix this up. Stuck in there. Okay, it looks like everything's covered well. Alrighty, now let's get it in our pan. Cannot wait to eat this. This is one of my favorite dishes, but I especially like it when I'm eating out because even though it tastes the same, every place I feel makes it a little bit different, and so I just love trying it at different places. Okay, I'm just flattening this out a little bit here, and then we're going to add our potatoes. Just going to get those out there. And like I said, you can put however many potatoes or cups of potatoes you want. It's, you know, your dish. If you like them a lot, then go ahead and put some extra. I just made it with these 4 potatoes here. Paul really likes this too. I know some people put cheese, but I'm a little bit more of a purist. I don't think cheese belongs here, even though I love cheese myself. Okay, so once we have that all together like that, we're going to cover it with some foil. And we're going to put it in a 350, now 375 oven. I'd say for about 20 minutes or so. You just really need it to warm all the way through. Go ahead and test it at the 20 minutes. If you think it needs to be hotter, then leave it in. But chances are you'll see it bubbling along the edges and you'll know it's heated all the way through. Okay, you guys, it is out of the oven and it smells marvelous. I'm going to try and get a piece out here real quick. Usually I wait a few minutes so that, you know, it doesn't fall apart. But let's just try it. Oh, yeah, it's still pretty hot. Well, it's going to fall apart anyhow. That's just the way that it is. But I wanted to show you how that golden mushroom makes such a nice gravy. Oh, it's wonderful. Make some biscuits or some crusty dinner rolls to go with it, and you got a great meal that everyone's going to love. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. We have 2 more weeks going on our Simple Suppers, and I hope you'll be back to catch them every Friday. They will be up there, well, every Friday for the next 2 weeks. So give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, if you liked it. Subscribe if you're not a subscriber already. That would be great. It was nice talking to you, and you take care.